Hi, I'm James Mitchell, editor of The Advisor, and today we're joined by Ross Le Quesne, one of Aussie Home Loan's top loan writers. Ross, thanks for joining us.
Pleasure to be here.
Just tell us some of the figures that the business has done and that you've written personally over the last year.
So over the last year, the office did about 783 loans for about $280 million. So that put us the number one Aussie franchise nationally. Personally, I did about 383 loans for about $120 million.
That's big figures.
Some big numbers, and it was a challenging year. There was a lot of hard work, a lot of changes because our business has grown, doubled in value in the last 2 years. There's a lot of systems and processes that we've had to change. So it's very rewarding, very proud of it.
So we've seen APRA introduce these lending curbs, and obviously a lot of lenders, including the majors and some of the smaller players too, have increased their rates, capped LVRs, things like that.
Yeah.
For you as a broker, what's been the impact? And more importantly, what's been the impact on your clients?
It affects the people that have bigger portfolios. Generally, my clients buy cheaper properties in the area from probably 200,000 to sort of that 350 purchase price, where they're getting good rental yields. So it means their ability to grow their portfolio, and in the previous lending criteria, they were able to grow a portfolio fairly quickly because they had the borrowing capacity to do that. But now, when you come back, when somebody's got a multi-million-dollar portfolio, they might own, for example, $3 million. So the change for them, because in some there was half a dozen lenders that would assess on interest only, it really means that rather than them assessing at $45,000 on $1 million, they're assessing on about 86 or 90,000. So times that over a $3 million portfolio, that means a client has to earn an additional 120 grand in income, and people just aren't getting 120 grand pay rises. So those people are definitely going to find it harder to continue to grow their portfolio in this current market.
So I guess with all these changes happening in the industry, what's the opportunity you see to further educate your clients?
Like in the GFC, there was a bit of chaos, and we really thrived in that particular market, and I think we will thrive in the chaos of this market as well, because people are looking for that trusted advisor. They're getting letters every day saying, look, their investment rates are going up, so people are looking at their loans. It's bringing more focus on exactly what they're paying and what options they have in the marketplace. So there's lenders are being more aggressive as well, so there's a lot of cashback offers in terms of refinances. So it creates a lot of opportunity, a lot of inquiry, especially for those top-level brokers that have a good reputation. So we're definitely benefiting from that inquiry at the moment.
Do you think because of the sort of price disparity that we're seeing now with investor loans and owner-occupiers, that owner-occupied segment is going to see sort of renewed interest, and that there'll be even more refinancing because of those rates as opposed to the investor?
If you look at our Sydney market, there's a couple of things happening. There's been a big run-up of property prices, so people have got that newfound equity in their property, which allows them to do other things that they might want to do. So at the same time, they can access the equity to, whether it be to invest, to renovate, to do whatever they want. So, or to just keep that money as a side because they're going to need bigger deposits to invest or to take opportunities when maybe the market turns. So we're seeing a lot of clients naturally, take that equity up and look at their options to refinance. And because there's changing markets, there's big incentives like up to $2,000 cash back in refinances. It creates a great opportunity for people looking at their options in terms of refinancing. And I guess what you're seeing with the lenders, and what we will see more of, is that hybrid type of pricing where they're not pricing on investment lending anymore, but you throw a mix of owner-occupied and investing. Banks are starting to wise up and give some pretty good deals. So there'll be some opportunities, and I think that will happen more and more as it plays out over the next 6 months as the banks try to win that owner-occupied business.
You've obviously got this vast knowledge which you built up, over your time as a broker, initially with Wizard and then obviously with the takeover now with Aussie Home Loans as well.
Yeah.
How do you plan on passing that on to future generations of brokers?
We're looking at obviously aggressively growing our team and bring on brokers and training those guys up. Long term, I'd like to give back to the industry and do some sort of training and coaching for brokers so we can mentor them, because I think it's important to give back to an industry that's given you a lot. So the plans in the future would be to give back to the industry as a whole.
All right, well, I think that just about wraps it up. Thanks very much for taking the time.
Okay, thank you.